Titan is also innovating smart watches category. So it is the role of the analog watch versus the role of the smartwatch. They have different roles. I think the most important thing is how much we think about customers and how much we take efforts to understand what customers would love to have. And because of our deep experience for 4 decades now, and us having thousands of stores where we directly interact with the customers, both from a leading with innovation as well as understanding what customers are wanting, experiencing, expecting. I think that's what keeps us ahead of the game. And right from the beginning, the whole thinking about the watch as an accessory, as an expression of individuality, as a symbol of what I've achieved in life, as a reward for myself, as an expression of my love for my people close to me. Those buttons that we have really worked over the years to perfect, we continue to press those buttons to great effect more than anybody else. I would say that the recognition of the premiumization potential for a brand like Titan was seen by the people in the watches division about nearly a decade back, and the whole premiumization journey has been on. So one is pushing the limits of innovation, engineering, overall product value, then the whole retailing experience to deliver that to the customer in the best of manner. So that whole package of premiumization strategy has been evolving. And this was done with the realization that more and more people in India are becoming more well-to-do. They are starting to spend on the finer things in life. They're developing a very high sense of sophistication, discrimination and discernment, and they would therefore pay for the finer things in life to acquire things on them, around them, which are things of beauty. And therefore, the overall innovation potential that Titan anyway had has been ratcheted up through this combination of the market developing on the one hand and the premiumization strategy on the other. And this has resulted in a plethora of products and experiences, especially at the top end, especially for the Titan brand. And Edge, which was an innovation which is about 20 years old, the Edge sub-brand has been visualized in multiple variants to express this premiumization strategy to all those customers who are just waiting to lap it up. To actually participate in a competition like GPHG itself is a mark of very high standard. It is an honor for us. It certainly lifts our sights and our standards and impels us to operate at the cutting edge of design, engineering, and manufacturing of watches. It has certainly given us a lot of fillip. It has lit some kind of a fire, within us to excel even more on the world stage. And I'm sure the next few years will prove us right. Actually, people are looking for really novel things. Novel in terms of design, slimness or complications, weight, materials, movements, straps, all that. And there are different segments emerging with different appeals, like I expressed, and Titan is certainly playing in each one of these significant segments and innovating accordingly. For example, we have a sub-brand called Nebula, which is a jewelry, gold and jewelry watch line, which is meant for a certain customer and it has a certain appeal. Edge is all about simplicity and elegance and very high levels of sophistication, and a lightness and a weightlessness that comes with the movement and all that, which appeals to another segment. Whereas our mechanical watches, even the Stellar, that line that we have launched, is got a very different appeal. So we are there in every significant segment in the high end as we speak. Actually, we are a continuously expanding retail network company. So we have the Helios and the Titan World brand, which are pushing our drive into the premium segment particularly, and of course deep reach even into the smaller towns in India. But in the context of the premiumization journey of Titan, it would more often be in the appropriate catchments in the big cities that the Titan World format in its full bloom, as well as the Helios store brand, which take brands like Edge and Stellar and Nebula and Xylus to the discerning customers, and it's a big thrust for Titan. But what is happening, what has certainly happened in the last 1 year, is that the same premium strategy with the Titan brand and the success that we are experiencing in India, that same premium strategy with Edge, with Nebula, with Xylus, with Stellar is being taken into the Far East, into the Middle East, GCC countries, with shops in shop, in department stores, as well as in watch outlets. And we are seeing a big impact as a result of that, and a lot of non-Indian expat population looking at Titan differently because of the same. Right now, the big focus of the watch division is rather more in India, because the whole premiumization opportunity in India is very large, and the Titan brand is exceedingly well placed in its strength, in its assets on the ground, to capitalize on the opportunity within India. So our watch focus is currently rather more in India. We continue to innovate on the movement, which is the machine which is inside the watch, and now it's becoming multiple kinds of complications and calibers and all that. So a lot of development work on the machine side, a lot of R&D or application development on the material side. Like we've started using ceramics, we've started using very high grade titanium. We're using developing dials which are super slim. In fact, one of the watches that is here, which is a GPHG watch, where the disc itself is a hand, and for the machine to actually have the torque to turn the disc as a hand all the time requires very high level of design thinking and engineering, and of course the use of all kinds of materials in the straps. So, and of course inspirations, like for example the Stellar collection is inspired from the cosmos. We've used slivers of a meteorite that crashed into the earth some 250,000 years back. That sliver is actually the dial on the most recent Stellar watch that we launched. So it is pushing the boundaries of design and engineering in multiple directions all the time, sort of beating ourselves every year, in a way leaving behind what we did last year, moving to another frontier of design, engineering, manufacturing. That is the way to actually keep customers excited all the time about watches. Actually, if you think about the smartwatch is a device. It's a kind of assistant to you. And you typically have only one smartwatch. But the analog watch is an expression of your mood, of your personality. It's an accessory for what you wear at the moment. Analog watch expressing itself in multiple ways to stay relevant to the youth is the way that we will make them buy a Titan or a Fast Track particularly. And we are also in the smartwatch business ourselves. Fast Track is a very successful smartwatch brand. Titan is also innovating in the smartwatches category. So it is the role of the analog watch versus the role of the smartwatch. They have different roles. Edge, Xylus, the Tanishq story.